Bye, merchant. Oh, this son of a bitch. Okay, so this guy has plated armor. Plated armor is awful. I hate it. It's so hard to go up against, especially if you're playing the defect. I have not yet figured out how to beat this guy with the defect. So we're going to draw 4 cards immediately just to see what we can get our strength up, because we want to deal damage to this guy. Pommel Strike's not going to do anything, but it deals more damage than a regular strike. He's going to hit us for 12 damage. So we're going to gain our 8 block. We can't draw the card. We only have 1 left. So we're going to deal damage to him 3 times, and you'll see why I want to do that. We hit him 3 times. He had 13 or 14 plated armor. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, every time you hit him and he doesn't have his shield up, that goes down. But plated armor, at the end of his turn, he gains that number in block. So he'll, after taking his shield down, it goes back up on his immediate next turn, which basically just makes him a lot harder to kill. And he hits pretty hard sometimes, so we want to be careful with that. This game, especially once you get like halfway through the 2nd act and into the 3rd act, you have to be careful about losing HP to random enemies like this, because they can be kind of rough. Alright, we're going to put a card up top. Only one of our good flexes is here. Our other good flex is in our draw pile, so we are going to do the draw 4 cards for our next turn. Deal 8 damage to him, strike him. Now he's down to 9 armor, so this is going pretty well. We're just going to take the 7 damage because he's doing 6 twice. But he gets hit too because of our thorns, so that's nice. Draw 4 cards. We're going to flex. We are going to deal 12 damage to him. He has 17 health, so we're going to hit him with this. He's got 7 HP left. We are going to feed off of him to raise our max HP. So that was a good hand to have. I like Colorless Potion better than Snecko Oil, so now I've got 3 of those awesome potions in my deck, so this is looking good right now. Upgraded Pommel Strike. I'm going to put the Carnage in my hand, just because I have not gotten the Heavy Strike card that I want. Oh, here's your first bird. This dead son of a bitch. Okay. So we can deal 15 damage and draw a card. We're going to attack the guy in the back. The reason being is this guy, he has the flight ability, and on the flight ability, no matter what your cards are, he takes half damage from them until he's hit 3 times in a single turn. So we're going to deal anger here. You can see this is 14 damage to all enemies. We play it, he only got 7 damage. And this number went down to 2, so we would have had to hit him 2 more times at half damage before he would take full damage, which having 3 energy in your deck, even though we have an ice cream, and could counteract that by not playing cards. Yeah. You can figure it out, otherwise you probably stopped watching this video already. And then with Thorns, he attacked us 5 times for 1 damage, and lost all of that HP. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and kill him. Put our flex back up top. Attack him. He is doing a negative effect on us. His negative effect, I think it's called a Haze Hex. Whenever we play a card that's a non-attack card, we get a dazed card, which just takes up room in our hand in our draw pile. Alright, and we just fed off of him to raise our max HP yet again. Now we've got Clash, Hemokinesis, and Dual Wield. Dual Wield, choose an attack or power card, add a copy of that card into your hand. I see the use of it, but I'm not going to use it. Sacrifice HP to deal damage, I don't really want that. I'm going to play Clash, even though Clash might not be great for the build we're working on. A long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. Naturally, you join the line and are quickly surrounded by cultists. They ignore you as they gleefully chant and wave their weapons around. Murder! 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 Ka-ka-ka! You eye a donation box. Smash and grab, obtain 99 gold. Stay in line, obtain a ritual dagger, but lose 6 HP. Now, a ritual dagger is a card that deals 15 damage, and if it's a fatal attack on an enemy, it permanently increases the card's damage by 3. So it's a pretty good card, but I think I'm still just going to take the gold so that I can shop. Because I like shopping. Okay, so we could toke to remove a card from our deck if there's anything we want to get out. Curse of the Bell cannot be removed. Most curses can. Curse of the Bell, I think, is the only card I've run across that cannot be purchased or toked out of your deck. And there's probably more, but that's the only one I've ran into. I'm going to take away one of my basic strikes, I think. Or I could rest. Let's rest. Let's rest. So now we got 88 HP. Only because I want to have as close to max HP as I can when we go to that elite fight that I promised to show you. Okay. Let's say, so now this Carnage is the ethereal card, and we got it in our first turn. So if we don't play this, it's gone for the rest of this combat. So we're going to go ahead and deal the 30 damage now. And then since he's not attacking, we're going to do that. He is going to put a negative effect on us. This character, Snecko, he always does the same negative effect on you, which is Confusion. And Confusion can be very bad for you. Especially it's bad for this build because it randomizes, like the Snecko Oil Potion, which is named after this guy, it randomizes your costs, which was bad on all of these cards. So we can flex to gain 4 strength, but we won't be able to attack because it costs 3 now. So we're going to apply damage, deal damage, and we're just going to take the 15. Yeah. And hopefully our next cards will be randomized better. Okay, we do have a 0 defense, 0 attack. Play all of that. We're only going to take 3 damage this turn. We couldn't play that Clash because Clash only works if there's no non-attack cards in your deck. But on the bright side, we have that Ice Cream, so now we have 5 out of 3 energy. So, you know, that works. Since we have 5 energy, we can play this 2-cost defense, and then we can Clash, which is the 18 damage, to kill him, because our other 2 cards were attack cards. Add a card to our deck. We're not getting the card that I really need for this build, so we might not be able to take on the boss. But yeah, that's okay. It happens. We're gonna take Pummel, which attacks, I think it was 5 times. It's an upgraded Pummel, so I think it's 5 times. Deal 2 damage 5 times, which doesn't sound good, but it is. I'm going to fight this elite up here because I can rest HP immediately after. So we're going to get there. Get a treasure chest. So our count is it just up to 1 now? Paper Frog? I haven't seen this one. Enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage rather than 50%. That's a pretty good relic. Caw! This is my favorite enemy because it's just some crazy dude in a bird mask who just yells caw, and that's I'm assuming the line of people who were going towards the ritual thing previously. Okay, so he did damage to us. This guy casts Ritual on himself, so at the end of every one of his turns, he gains 3 strength permanently, so he keeps getting stronger. I just really hate the cultist, so I always try to kill him. I mean, the Chosen. And put Flex back to the top of our draw pile. Gonna take 1 damage from the bird. And then he's going to put Hex on us again. So we get Dazed cards shuffled in. You'll probably be able to see. This went too fast for my computer, apparently. Cards were hovering around. I need to start being more careful. 12 damage. And he's dead. And there I was, just shitting all over Sword Boomerang, and it's doing just fine for us. Seeing red's not bad. You gain 2 energy, and then the card's just gone for the rest of combat, so, I mean, there's really not much of a negative for it coming up into our hand, especially since we have several good draw cards. As you continue your ascent, thick black smoke begins to billow out of the ground and walls around you, coalescing into 3 masked forms that start to speak. Another puppet of Niao, I think. Agree? She always makes the funnest toys. You notice an oversized grin as the third addresses you. Ignore the others. Would you like a taste of our power? Okay, so you can accept their power, lose 46 max HP, and receive 5 apparition. So the apparition card is, it goes away if you don't use it, but you gain 1 intangible. So it makes you close to invincible for that turn. Any damage, no matter if it's a boss, no matter if you're attacked 50 times, will only do 1 damage. So if you're attacked 50 times, you will take 50 damage. But if you're attacked once for 50, you'll take 1 damage. So it's a good card, but is it worth losing 46 max HP over with RNG? Not to me. How disappointing. You will join us sooner or later. The shapes fade away, leaving only the unnerving laughter ringing in your ears. Okay, so Battle Trance. Hope to get some flex. We did not get flex. That is not great. Okay, I can't draw a card either, so we're just going to do what we can, block some of the damage, end our turn. Caw. Yeah, take that damage. Okay, so we are going to do this thing where we lose 6 HP, I think, because either way we're going to lose 5 HP from the bird's attacks. Oh wait, are we? Hold on. Now let's end our turn. Because he's attacking 5 times. Okay, so he's down to 10 HP, so that's not bad. Flex, pummel strike. Draw a card. Strike. Aww, we took damage. No we didn't. We didn't take damage. He's going to take 1 shield off, and he's going to die from the 3 HP Thorn attack. And that's why I like using Thorns against the birds. They attack so many times for low damage that if you're shielded, they just instantly take 15 damage in that turn. Not always, but probably like 90% of the time they attack 5 times. Enemy loses 3 strength. Another anger card. Put Pommel Strike in. Oh, not these guys. Okay, so what these are, this is your basic tank and healer. The healer can attack for a decent amount of damage, but usually she just heals both of them, and she's very annoying. So I try to take her out first. I'm gonna put a random power potion and play it. None of these are good for what I want. Whenever you draw a status or curse card, deal 6 damage to all enemies. I only have 1 of those. Draw a card whenever you do. I only have 1 of those, and it's in my hand right now. Gain 2 vulnerable, so I'm weaker. I'm just gonna skip. I just wasted a potion. Oh, that's okay. Now, if you did see, her sword did have some poison behind it that I didn't notice, which is a negative effect indicator. So she gave us frail, so if we put block on, it is less effective. Okay, deal damage. Gain 2 energy, strike. Let's save the offering for now, because he's just putting up a shield, but then he'll attack. For 12. Now he's vulnerable, doesn't really help us. We'll put on 1 defend. But since we're frail, our block only put on 3, so that's not great. Flex and Battle Trance into a Carnage for 32 damage, but he was weak, so it did more. And we just picked up Fairy in a Bottle, which is a really good potion. Whenever you die, you heal to 30% HP, and the potion is discarded. So now we got that Fire Breathing card I don't care about, Body Slam, which I don't care about because it deals damage equal to your block, and then Iron Wave, which you gain 5 black and deal 5 damage. It's okay since my deck sucks right now. Problem with my deck is that we really need a card called Limit Break, and I don't know why we haven't seen it yet. It's semi-rare, but it should have been there. Okay. Okay, we're not taking any damage right now, so we don't need to do anything. I should have conserved that energy. I never think about it because this is only the second time I've had ice cream. The ice cream relic. Flex. Use Carnage on him. Now this guy is doing an unknown thing, but not attacking. So whatever. Okay, so I'm not used to this guy, that's why I'm not talking about him, but it looks like he just calls in reinforcements. I fought him before, but I didn't remember him, which means he's probably one of the easiest elites to fight. Though I can see how he's problematic right now. Alright, save the rest of our... Oh, we didn't have any energy. But we didn't need to use those cards. Alright, he put another 3 strength on the whole party, including himself, so he's getting strong. So if he decides to attack, it's not going to be great for us. Deal 6 damage to him, deal 8 damage to both. Gain 5 block. Kill him. Now he's going to rally and call another guy in. 2 more guys this time. They got the shield guy and another anger guy, and now he's attacking for 36, which we don't like. We don't like at all. So we're going to check out our potions so that we take less damage. At the start of your turn, add a random colorless card into your hand. Doesn't help us now. Add 1 random colorless card into your hand. Or draw 3 cards. We're going to draw 3 cards. Did not help us at all. I'm going to lose the HP and hope that we get a flex. We got 1 flex. Use Battle Trance to draw 4 more cards. And now we just do our best. So this is when I start to get confused. Is when I don't have good cards and I pull out just way too damn many cards. This one deals 16 damage, which on him raises our max HP. Or should have. Did it not? Oh, maybe it does it after battle? I'm confused. Okay. I'm gonna deal 14 damage on him, make him vulnerable. Well, we can't draw a card, but we can still do the 15 damage. And we'll defend once. We're still gonna take like 36 damage. This is not looking good for us. This is why elite battles are bad. You get better rewards from them, but you take so much damage that, like, is it worth it? Now, of course, if you're good at the game, you probably don't take damage. But I'm not good at the game, and I also have a bad deck. So... we can clash. Now he's dead, so the other guy retreats because the elite monster was the boss. We got an old coin, so we got $300, basically, for doing that, which was not worth it. Deal 17 damage and shuffle a wound into our draw pile. That's not good if we don't, since we don't have those status buffs. The status buff cards that, like, you draw a card when you have a status or something else positive happens. This turn, your next attack is played twice. Has its uses. I'll pick it up. And now we pretty much have to rest because we're at 50 HP and we are fighting... Who did I say we're fighting? We're fighting the champion. We are pretty much guaranteed to lose here. So, thanks for tuning in, but feel free to stay here for the last battle of the second act and watch me get my ass handed to me. Because I do not have my good cards yet. He has 420 HP and he hits like a truck. Alright. So he's put on a defensive stance. He is gaining 5 metallicize. So what he's going to do is at the end of every one of his turns, he's going to gain 5 block. We're taking 16 damage already. And we did like 4 damage to him because of his shields. So, if you're still here, just so you know, what our build should have been is we should have gotten limit breaks, which, see how we have 4 strength and we're losing 4 from that flex card? Limit break would multiply this 4 by 2, make it an 8, and we would still only lose the 4 strength, so we would end with 4 extra strength every turn, and it would build up, and we'd get super strong. But since we didn't get limit break, we just have temporary buffs, which weren't that great. Put our flex back up top. I'm going to use Seeing Red so that I have 4... I don't even remember what I just did. I'm just so mad that my deck didn't work out. Yeah, face slap. He just pulled face slap. This whole run has been a slap in the face. And that's what you get with these kinds of games. You know? Super fun. But you're gonna get mad. Let's draw the 3 cards and lose the HP. I don't even care at this point. Deal 18 damage. Apply 2 vulnerable. Deal 13 damage and draw a card. And then I don't need to defend, so we're going to save our energy for the next turn via Ice Cream. And now he has made us vulnerable, so we're receiving more damage from his attacks for 3 turns, and our attacks are dealing less damage because we're weakened. And we're getting less block because we're frail, so he really debuffed us. And I don't have any anything to counter debuffs right now. We're going to play that just because it disappears if we don't. Apply the vulnerable to him, so that keeps going, so that it keeps our attack from falling down too low due to his debuffs. If he keeps buffing himself, we might actually have a chance. I take back everything I've said. Alright, that costs 0, so we're going to play it. Can't draw cards, right? And we can't play Clash because double tap is a skill. So now we just have to take his, oh, he's using a buff. Is he metallicizing more? You've done it now. Oh, he's adding his strength up to 8, and now he's going to attack us for 54 damage, which will kill us even through the Fairy Potion healing us back up. So we're going to draw a card. It wasn't particularly good. And that's all she wrote. That should kill us. Yep. that killed us. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, now you have seen some of Slay the Spire. It's a very fun game, but if you try for a specific deck, you can get very disappointed. If I hadn't been trying for that specific deck, I probably would have been able to beat this guy just with random cards, but my deck was reliant on Limit Break, which I did not get, and that's one of the problems with thinking. Don't think. Thanks for watching. My throat hurts, so I'm not doing another run. At least not while I'm talking.